Stephanie from Emerald Corp in Brazil. I'm super happy to be here with you, Kate.
Hi, lovely to meet you.
You work with your son Joe on this film, and this story is very emotional and complex. So, how did this idea come about, and what motivated you to direct the movie?
So, my son Joe was given a place on a screenwriting course at the National Film and Television School when he was 19. And he was really, really nervous. And even though he loves writing and writing is part of his creativity, and it always has been from when he was a very little boy, um, he really didn't know if he was going to be able to write a screenplay. And he was encouraged by a tutor to write from the heart. And he experienced the loss of his grandmother as a teenager, my mother, and was very, very struck by how when we were losing her, everything stopped and we all came together and we gave her this wonderful passing. And he could never forget how we were all there because we all came from this one woman and we were there for this one woman in that moment. And so he took that as his emotional backdrop. And then from there, he created a fictional story about a fictional family for whom that situation was not so straightforward and was messy and was complicated and was full of history and baggage and burdens. And for people who emotionally were not coping very well at all. And when he first showed me the script, I thought it was extraordinary. And I said to him, I really think this could be a film. And he said, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "Mum, no, don't be, it's not, it's no, it's not supposed to be that. It's just like, I'm still learning." And I said, "Yeah, it's really good." So he went away and he worked on it some more. And then we made the decision, okay, we're going to try and make this into a movie. I was going to produce it and I was going to play one of the sisters. And then Netflix got involved and we were going to go out to directors and it really felt real. And I suddenly realized that I didn't want to give it away. And it was just a very instinctive reaction that I had. I felt very connected to the material. I wanted for him to remain a part of the process. Um, but also I felt ready at this time in my life, because of how much I have learned. And I certainly wouldn't have done this if I didn't feel that I knew what I was doing from a technical standpoint too. Because I'm just not the kind of person who does something by half or does something if they don't really think that they can. Um, and so I felt strong enough, ready, excited. It was a real challenge. We only had 7 weeks to shoot the film. I only had Helen Mirren for 16 days.
Oh,
So I had seven, yeah, and I had seven children, of course, to direct. Um, but I was excited. It was a very special experience with wonderful actors who were all so prepared and so kind. It was very collaborative, an amazing crew of people who some of whom I've known for a very long time through relationships I've formed with them on other things, and and it all came together. And I just feel so proud that I did it. In this year of my life when I turned 50, um, that this was something that I've achieved. And we need more female directors. So I felt that by making this decision to take on this directing role, that maybe I can contribute in some way to changing the culture around female filmmakers and female directors. So I do feel really proud.
Kate, thank you. Thank you so much. I love that answer, and thank you for talking to me.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.